Hey, it's Eben Pagan. Welcome to our interview. Before we get started, I just want to recommend that you go ahead and turn off anything around you that might distract you or interrupt you. Go ahead and turn off the cell phone, the text messages, the instant messenger, the Skype, the email, the social media. Just turn all that stuff off. I'm going to be interviewing one of my friends here who's one of the top minds in how to get free traffic online, and specifically we're going to be talking about how to use video to get free traffic. And you're definitely going to want to be paying attention, right? You don't want to be distracted. Also, get yourself something to take notes with, something to write on, something to write with. If you're going to be using your computer, go ahead and turn off all those distractors and interrupters so that you're just focused on this content. Jeff, you still with me?
Yes, I am.
Okay, awesome. So I want to introduce my friend Jeff Johnson. Jeff is the guy who, I don't know, I think probably is kind of the guru and the most well-known expert on how to use all different types of technology to get free traffic online. Jeff loves free traffic. He's built a really big, successful business getting lots and lots of free traffic. He also knows how to get traffic using other methods as well, but Jeff just loves free traffic. And he's also kind of a search engine guru and also a technology and YouTube guru. I remember a few years ago I was talking to one of our mutual friends, and he had talked to you about something you were doing that day, and like the next day you had like all the top links on Google for whatever the keyword was that you guys were talking about. And since then, since I kind of heard that about you, you really came on my my radar screen as being like, wow, somebody that can really make stuff happen. Also, Jeff is a formidable marketer. Jeff and I, in a very friendly way, we obviously support each other and promote each other's trainings because we both do great training. But we often compete with each other in affiliate contests. And I'll tell you, of all the people out there that I don't like competing with, Jeff is the one because he usually wins. So, you know, with all that endorsement of Jeff, you being a great marketer, welcome, and let's talk about marketing.
Fantastic. Thanks for the introduction. Very much appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. So right now, you've got a big thrust showing people, you know, how to use video and how to use YouTube to get lots of free traffic, right? So, you know, maybe we can talk just, you know, initially here. Is this a new game? Right? Is getting free traffic on YouTube the same as getting free traffic on Google? I mean, Google owns YouTube. Like, what's the same and what's different?
Well, it's not new in the sense that YouTube's actually been around since 2005, and I've been playing with it since 2006. So it's kind of like Apple and Apple TV, where they say it's a hobby, but we've had huge success with it. But it's new because it keeps changing. And YouTube is still growing so much that it's still in that hyper-growth phase. So right now, YouTube has 4 billion video views every single day. That's the equivalent of half the world's population watching a video on YouTube every single day. And we're expecting to see, I mean, if you look at Cisco or YouTube's VPs, it doesn't matter who you talk to, they're doing the research, and they expect 90% of all consumer internet traffic to be video-related by the end of 2013. So it's just a game that you still can get in on, and it's a game that you need to get on because, I mean, half the world's population is watching a video on YouTube. That means as a marketer, that's an opportunity that we can't afford to ignore. Even if you haven't been into it yet, you need to get into it now. And yes, YouTube is owned by Google, and Google's making a fortune off YouTube because YouTube is like a network, just like a television network. In fact, some of the big changes that are going on right now are the things that YouTube are doing to position themselves as a network, an entertainment channel of choice, just like ABC, NBC, or anyone else, because they make their money by selling advertising, and that advertising shows up in and around individual people's videos. And they don't make their own content. Other people make the content for them. So that's the opportunity as content makers or info marketers for us to get in there and take advantage of it. Now, is it the same as optimizing for Google? Because Google owns YouTube? You would think yes, but it's not. Google has one of the most sophisticated algorithms in the world when it comes to ranking search results. YouTube, however, seems to be backwards still. They still are. They are looking at things that we were doing for Google probably 5 or 10 years ago that worked well, and they're still working on YouTube to this very day. YouTube is more dependent upon you telling them what the videos are. Now, I don't want to get into specifics. YouTube and Google for years have been able to tell what's inside of a video, but they usually don't do that. They'd like you to tell them what's in it, and they take clues from the environment surrounding the video itself, and that's what they use to guess what the video is about, and then there's certain things that they use to help you rank higher. So with YouTube, the big thing is they're really waiting for you to tell them what it is. So it's something as archaic as keyword selection and where you place the keywords in and around the video itself. There's a lot of things that overlap between ranking on Google and ranking on YouTube, and one of the big things that we do is we take our YouTube videos and we do the things that helps them rank both high inside YouTube itself and high in Google. Now, something I forgot to mention is that YouTube is the second most popular search engine in the entire world, just behind Google. So you've got Google, the number one search engine in the world, and they own YouTube, which is the number two search engine. It's a completely different search engine with completely different ranking factors. And if you're smart and you do things the right way, you can actually optimize your videos for both the YouTube and your YouTube videos for Google at the very same time. So not only do you have a chance of getting free traffic from YouTube with your videos, you also have a chance to get free traffic from Google and from Facebook and from Twitter and all these other social media sites. And it all starts with just the one video that you create for YouTube itself. So it's a big leverage engine, and that's what we like to take advantage of.
That's something really interesting. Not to go off on a tangent too far, but you just said, so it's very intriguing to learn methods to optimize for both YouTube and for Google, but you also said you can optimize for social media. You could actually optimize in a way to get traffic from Twitter and Facebook?
Yes, absolutely.
What is that? Like, what are you talking about there?
Well, there's a couple different ways to do it. One of the big things that YouTube looks at, and also Google, is user engagement. And that's a trend that's not going away. They've been moving more and more towards it for the ranking algorithms on both of them for years. They want to see people interacting with your videos. I mean, it's one of the reasons that Google bought the RSS feed burner company years ago, and they installed the toolbars, and then they started Google Plus because they want to see this engagement. And they're measuring the activity people have with your content, including your videos. So there's a couple of ways that you can tap into social networks for it. And the interesting thing is that when you tap into social networks to get more traffic from them, by doing that, you're also helping you get more traffic from YouTube and Google because they like to see that social engagement. So there's a couple different choices. Let's say with Facebook. You can, if you go to YouTube and you're watching a video on a page, it's called the Video Watch page. And right there on the spot, YouTube makes it easy for you to share it on Facebook or Twitter, and they say, share this thing, and they'll give you a button. You can push a button, and it goes out to your Facebook page, and it posts it to Facebook for you. And if you do that, then all your friends and your friends' friends see that you have this new video that's on YouTube. So it helps get your traffic from Facebook over to YouTube. You can also take the embed code of the video itself from YouTube, go over to your Facebook page. Let's say it's your fan page for business, because that's what we're talking about. You can take the code and you can embed it in your updates, and then it'll actually play on your fan. So your people don't even have to leave YouTube to watch or leave Facebook to watch the video. They can watch it there, and they can like it on Facebook. They can share it with their friends on Facebook. And Facebook is this big viral marketing mechanism. So it's being tied into your YouTube videos. You can also take your video that you created for YouTube, and instead of actually loading it up to YouTube and then using the code from YouTube on Facebook, you can actually take the video and then load it up directly to Facebook itself, and they'll host the video for you, so you're double purposing the content once again. So it just all starts to come together. Now, then Google sees people giving you thumbs up, and they see you liking their videos, and they see you're watching your videos on Facebook, and that gives them a higher ranking both in Google and YouTube as well. So it just feeds itself, and it's one big, huge referral machine, as I like to call it, because that's what it is. And then another thing, too, is you can optimize your videos using some of the YouTube tools to actually encourage people to socially share your videos to an even greater degree. So it's just not something that has to naturally happen. We teach our clients to actually encourage the people watching the YouTube videos to help optimize them so they get even more social network traffic